Aloha, how's it going? I'm gonna be jumping in again to do some more testing on Mirage. So yesterday I tried to play him a bit, didn't get a full feel for him, but I was watching some other people and I noticed I think some people are getting like misunderstanding on certain abilities of his, so figured I'd try to like kind of explain a little more in depth about him and then try some builds. So for now, I just wanted to go through each ability and talk about what I think they do, and I'm pretty sure it's correct. So first off, Tornado. Obviously, so it lifts people up and stuns them in the air. So they can't parry, can't use most abilities, but abilities that can get them out of it, like Ivy's Stone... What's it called? Sorry.
If you need me,
This one. Ivy's Stone Form, yeah. So stuff like that will be able to get them out of this flight, but for the most part, they can't parry, can't shoot, can't do most things in it. And while you're traveling, it's iframes, so you can dodge damage or stuns. Like a 7 stun, you can get through that. Like pretty much all stuns and damage you can get through. So next, anything else? No. Oh yeah. Also, duration extension abilities. The where is it? Duration extender. These two, they extend the distance traveled in the tornado, the time lifted, and I believe the length of bullet evasion chance as well. Here, let me look real quick. You do whatever. We'll just drop that for now. Bullet evasion chance, duration. Yeah, see, that gets buffed as well. Okay. So... yeah. Okay. So, that's it for Tornado. For Scarabs, people think it's like a normal charged ability that's like, you have 4 charges you can throw whenever. It's not like that. It's actually, as soon as you throw out an ability, you have... Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. All right, okay. As soon as you throw out your first Scarab, you have 5 seconds to throw out your next 3. And then once you've finished throwing them all out, it starts the cooldown. So when I throw out 1 here, cooldown hasn't started, and I have 5 more seconds to throw out all 3, and then the cooldown begins. So if you throw out just 1, and then wait for the duration to finish, your cooldown will start pretty much 5 seconds later. And if you try to throw 1 and wait for the duration to end, you're gonna have to wait the full cooldown. It doesn't matter if it's you threw 1 or 4, it's still gonna be the full cooldown every time. So it's better to just throw all 4 out quickly and get your cooldown started quicker than it is to just throw out 1 and then wait thinking you can throw out more. But other than that, if you do wait, like delay it, so if you throw the first one out right now and then you wait a couple seconds and throw out another 2 or 3, this health steal will end first, so you'll lose that health increase, and then this one, then this one, then this one. So they are staggered in that sense, that like the duration for the cooldown, or the duration for the lifesteal will be per scarab, but the overall cooldown for the item will be all at once. So it's better to try to throw out all 4 at once if you can, especially if you're like early laning, you're trying to like just throw it against 1 person. It's better to just throw it against 1 person and then hit a bunch of minions or creeps if you can, than it is to like throw out 1, because you're only going to do 1 damage per hero you hit. So if you hit him 3 times, it's still only going to do that first instance of damage and lifesteal. It's not going to affect the other 2 aren't going to do anything pretty much. So it's better to throw against 1 enemy and then just go for the creeps. Another thing about the Scarabs is they don't have a max fall off range actually. So they have a little arc, but they don't actually have a fall off range where they stop doing damage. So, oh, I ran out of time. But yeah, you can throw them as far as you can. You just have to kind of account for the arc and the travel time. But they're actually have no max range. Yep. Okay, I think that's everything for the scarabs. Obviously, a lot of his stuff scales off spirit, so I think his spirit builds are going to be pretty solid. But let's see. So for Digen's Mark, to have anything... Oh, yeah. So, okay. The Mark will proc off of Ricochet. So I think Ricochet is pretty crazy for him, because you can see the Mark ×2 here, ×4. So it does spread across people with Ricochet. Also, when you have... oh yeah, so off of the bat, you get 8 multipliers, and it's not 8 different instances of damage that it increases it. So it increases damage, or it increases the mark every 2.5 seconds? Here, I gotta try to find the number. I'm blind. I believe it's, yeah, cooldown between multiplier 2.5 seconds. And I do not believe that there is a way to decrease that time between marks. I think that's a set kind of 2.5 time between marks. But, oh yeah, the marks scale. So the first one does ×1, the second one will do ×2, the next one will do ×4, and then ×8. So every time it doubles the mark. It doesn't increase by 1, it's doubled. And then you start at 8 as the max, but once you get it to tier 3, sorry, you get 12. 12 is the max possible you can get. And once you have tier 3, you can't proc the last one. It automatically procs on it. So if you don't have tier 3, it'll proc on the 3rd mark instance. And if you have tier 3, then it'll mark on the 4th. Like, so you can't control when it goes off on the next one. So that also means that when you're doing Quicksilver Reload, that bonus damage, which isn't a lot, but like early game, it's good to know, won't apply if you do the Quicksilver Reload for the last instance of damage. So if you wanted that little bit of damage for like early game, you have to proc it on 4 and not 8. So the 3rd instance instead of the 4th. Also, a good reason to put Quicksilver Reload on your Digen's Mark is you can proc the Quicksilver Reload without having any marks on anyone. So there's no marks on anyone. You can actually just proc it with nothing. And it's got a really quick reload, or cooldown time. So, I mean, if you're low on ammo and you have no mark on, still fine to just throw the reload. The Quicksilver Reload cooldown time is... Yeah, it doesn't actually have a max frequency 12 seconds. Okay, sorry. So there is a 12-second cooldown on the actual item. It's time. Just my cooldowns are off, that's why. Anyways. So yeah, Digen's Mark's pretty solid one to throw cooldown reload on, or Quicksilver Reload. Because you can use it whenever without a mark. It's got a quick reload time. But it also won't proc on the last bit of damage. But it doesn't really do a lot of damage anyways. That's not really the reason you have it, so... Just little facts that I've been figuring out about him. Now on to the alt. So the alt's a little weird in terms of the fire rate bonus. Oh no, one more thing with the Digen's Mark is if you have tier 2 and you have a mark equipped and you buy tier 3, that mark will be capped at 8. You can't get it to 12. Don't quite know why, but if the mark is already active, it doesn't last a very long time, so it's not like a problem. But if you have a mark active while you bought the tier 3, it won't upgrade to tier 4. So, oh, also another weird part is you can apply marks onto like items that don't take damage. Oh, not him, but the Rejuvenator I noticed, and I think you can apply the mark to the base guardian while... No, you can't. Okay. You can apply it to the base guardian when it's taking damage, but you can't apply it to the shielded base guardian. Yeah. Okay. I think these guys might only be able to hit to tier 1. I have too much... No, you can apply it. Earlier, I thought you might not be able to apply a stacking effect on minions, but no, you can. Okay, so I was mistaken about that. Anyways, back to the alt. So the alt, obviously, you have to click it to channel it, and you can still move while you're looking for the channel and stuff, but you won't be able to turn your head, obviously. It turns it into a cursor. So you can move and still juke, dash and stuff, and then once you've clicked it, you become locked in place for the duration of the cast, and then you automatically go to where they were. So if you're teleporting to a moving target, oh, he's not here. Oh, because I destroyed the bots. Okay, anyways, if you were teleporting to a moving target, it goes to where they were, not where they are currently at the time of the cast. Another kind of confusing thing about his alt is that it says that your fire rate is increased until your next reload, but it's actually kind of capped at like 15 seconds. So if you teleport, then you can see increased fire rate right now, 78 or 79. It's normally 40, but I think it's because of a buff on whatever item I have. But yeah, it already is gone. So it lasts, I believe, like 15 seconds. I'm not positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Like 11 or 12 seconds, I don't know. Kind of a rough guess. Also, another thing about the alt for that reload stuff is if you reload from either ammo scavenger or active reload, melee charge, quicksilver reload, all of those items will stop that increased fire rate. So if I have increased fire rate and then do quicksilver reload, well, now it's 104, but it also says active. I'm confused about that. Wait, hold on, let me check that again. Because I was led to believe that once you reload, maybe not for quicksilver reload, maybe just for ammo scavenger. Let me check this really quickly. So when you're, nope, that's still okay. So that still maintains your still maintains your fire rate bonus if you're using ammo scavenger. I do have ammo scavenger. Yeah, I do. Okay. Weird. I was not sure about that actually. Okay. So ammo scavenger and quicksilver reload don't affect it actually. So let me test melee charge.
An excellent choice.
Does this No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So none of these items prevent the fire rate from being decreased. It's only when you actually reload. But like I said, the after your ult, you only have, I think it's like 12 seconds of fire rate increase, even though it says until your ammo's reloaded. Oh, I'm gonna have to, I was gonna try to show that it decreases your, it stops the fire rate after you start reloading, but I think I have too much ammo now. I was punching things. Okay, so now, oh, misclicking. Anyways, if you reload, yeah, automatically stops your improved fire rate, except for when you're doing it with melee charge, ammo scavenger, quicksilver reload. Yeah, those three items still let you reload your mag without stopping your increased fire rate. for your ult. Anything else with his ult that was weird? I think that's all I figured out for now. Oh, with duration extender and superior duration, I think superior duration is the one. You can only get one punch off with a normal like tornado to punch, but with duration extender you can get 2 punches off before they come out of the stun. So it's a pretty good item for it. I think if you were to do a punch build, you should definitely get superior duration extender. Also, the tornado stops as soon as you hit a wall, so it's not like you don't run into the wall permanently for that full like second or whatever you have the duration for. Oh, that's one more thing. You can proc it in the air, but you can't get like vertical mobility. You still go down, like down towards where your cursor is. So, yep. But yeah, you can proc it for like a second if you're against the wall with someone else, and it still stuns them. But obviously they have to be pretty close to you. I don't think you can run on. I think it automatically. Yeah, as soon as you hit the wall, even if you like trying to slide across it.
This is just the beginning.
Wait a second, because that kind of sent it forward still. Like I get.
The elements obey me.
That is weird. That's okay. Interesting. So if you're up against a wall and kind of facing alongside of it, you can send a tornado, but then TP back. What about a corner? I think this is a better corner. If I like clip this corner.
You can't stop the wind. This should disorient them.
No, I don't think it'll work with just the corner. But if I'm like here, no, right behind it.
You can't stop the wind.
I want to see if I can do this with a.
Don't let him escape.
No, you kind of pass through it. Interesting.
The wind will catch them.
Okay, so if there's an
This is just
X.
the beginning.
Interesting. So if you're against a wall and you're going across it, I didn't even do it that time. Maybe it's this pillar.
The elements obey me.
It could just be like slightly angled towards the wall.
I'll buy us some time. This should disorient them.
That was, I think, just a weird interaction with that wall specifically.
You can't stop the wind.
No, any wall, if you like,
Just the beginning.
that's kind of a big juke actually, because the tornado actually goes along the wall and makes it look like you're going that way,
Send the tornado.
but then you get teleported back.
The elements obey
So is it if you're against the wall? I'm gonna find a smooth wall so I can like prove this. If you're up against the wall,
This should disorient them.
no,
The storm comes for you. The wind will catch them.
I'm testing this now because it definitely works on this wall.
Tornado.
It doesn't look like I'm getting caught on that specifically though.
Don't let him escape.
What angle can I hit? Like all the way straight almost?
Tornado. This should disorient them. The wind will catch them. The storm comes for you.
Okay, yeah. As long as you're hitting against the wall that you're currently on, I think, it teleports you back to where you were.
The elements obey me.
That's kind of niche, but very interesting in my opinion. What about like a low wall?
Sending tornado.
Oh, I missed it. Come on, bro. Now I'm looking bad. Sweet. Okay. I think this wall doesn't work because it zooms me into it. I gotta find another smooth wall.
This is just the beginning.
No,
Don't let him escape.
okay. So if you're up against a wall and you throw the tornado into the wall,
The elements
it goes until its duration.
can't stop the wind. Don't let him escape.
That's getting caught on that ledge. Okay. Like right here.
This should disorient them. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, okay, that's really interesting. Standing against the wall sends the tornado, but once it hits the wall again, it TPs back to where I'm at.
I'll buy us some time.
So you can stun people forward without moving forward. Very niche, but I think it's interesting. I wonder if you can do it on like No, I don't think it'd be possible here. Like if you could send it against this wall and then hit that wall if it does.
Sending tornado.
No.
The wind will catch them.
Okay. I'm gonna.
The storm comes for you.
What if I can hit this like equally? No, okay. Just trying things now. But I think that's everything I needed to cover with his abilities. I think the big one is like fire scarabs. Like you have to throw all 4 out pretty much. Like I wouldn't delay them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then cooldown starts. That's the biggest one. Because I feel like a lot of people are just using it as normal charges. That's why I don't think rapid recharge would be great with him. It's not awful. I'm sure it would work. But I don't think it's like... Where was melee charge? Yeah.
Now go out there and impose your will.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I guess if you're like in a huge team fight, that could be kind of crazy. But other than that, I don't think it'd be... How much health did you get with that? Oh, I missed that. 400 HP, 4,000 HP. That's kind of insane. Anyways, the build I was trying to build here, which I think is actually going to work pretty well. I definitely had some... What am I missing in my build? Just kinetic dash for the rapid recharge. So this is like a mark build, I think, is what I'm trying to go for. I'm not sure if it'll work well, but I'm thinking with toxic bullets, you can apply escalating exposure. And then once the mark goes off, it does kind of a ridiculous amount of damage. The bullet ricochet also... Okay, these guys are all really low. Cool.
Now is your chance.
The bullet ricochet will proc the mark, and it'll get them ready for the bleed, but you actually have to shoot them for the bleed to start activating. So if you're trying to hit multiple targets, you need to hit them all somewhat regularly. But like, just the bleed itself does a ridiculous amount of damage, and then the mark's gonna do another 2k damage at like 8, and then at 12 or 12 it'll do. I think I haven't gotten like an exact number yet. Let me look. I think it does almost 3k though. Let me see. Nope, 5k. But that's with the bleed going as well. I think the bleed was part of that. But yeah, it does a ton of damage, I think, when you start to build up the mark. And then you don't need to worry about tornadoing or scarabing for the escalating exposure. So spiritual overflow I think will also work pretty well. But each damage instance will do 101. So I don't know if this will actually be viable though. I haven't played it yet because it is kind of a high cost build. Fairly high cost. Not a lot of tier 2. A lot of 3s and some 4s. I think it'd be pretty late game that you get this built, but even without some items, I think it'd work. I think maybe I should try to push these 2 up quicker too. This like toxic bullet aspect of it. I think this should be bought quicker too. Like maybe like late mid or even before then, like I'm not quite sure. But I'm gonna try it out, just see how it goes right now.